just concerned the entire station was wiped out by... something.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back.
Nice to catch you in the office.
Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. In due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Veena Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll...
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project Dominion. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated, so it was being researched separately as a mod. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only myself, DeMarcus, and Masako know about it. Big time. We'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Veena can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. You're a Ryujin employee. We've trusted you this far. Good. I'm glad you...
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting... The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
Which is where I come in. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to gather, refine, and ship the rothosite straight to us. Their last shipment is late, and neither we nor Consolidated Mining have had any communication with the Carinae station. Correct. The updates have been regular up until now. Last we heard, the shipment was ahead of schedule.
We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Veena can complete her prototype. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. Good. Feel free to deal with any resistance however you see fit.
The mining station is CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. The shipment should be in the research and control tower, but the outside doors are kept locked down. This keycard will let you enter the mines so you can access the tower from the inside. Good luck.
All right. Oh, and I should put on all my stuff.
Glad to see you're back in one piece.
Yes? I'm right behind you.
Alright, cool.
Setting down, everything in the green.
I used to keep my suit walks short until I learned you can go to the bathroom in these things.
Oh.
I will accept any and all items. Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye. Hey, pal. Bro, this guy is so fucking good. Inside, yeah. One sec.
This reminds me of the bunks on a UC Navy ship. Everyone crammed into the smallest area possible to maximize space. It's absolutely freezing here. Oh, I do not recommend extended exposure without our suits.
You're a lot more talkative than I am. Not certain I like it. Don't mind their bodies. What if they keep them hostage?
Wait.
see what I'm carrying?
What? Why this hearted? Alright, that's it.
Maybe another time. Fascinating. I've heard about these tunnel-boring machines, but never had the opportunity to see one of them in person.
Oh. I reloaded it. Client Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler. Wow. The clinic. Wow, really?
Greetings, Captain. Captain. Greetings. May I take something? I will await your next order here.
I have something for you when you have a moment. Pressure holding. Take your full scope. Orbital insertion completed.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Hmm? I should start charging for my services. Until later.
You know, I don't know.
Aquila City's always open.
Got a call, so much power kept going out. You know what it was?
Everyone needs... I want to do your business quick. Here. Browse to your...
You ask? Sure, Laredo makes some good. Just so you know.
Honestly, at this point, I think I just
Yeah?
messed something shit up.
Have something for me?
I thought I said advanced Karen for a second.
Bye-bye. What is it? Dropping off a few choice items? Talk to you later.
Hello.
Why can't I see that? Oh, I didn't mean that. Fuck. I was really sure we talked about it.
Lack of love.
Hello, Captain.
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I... This area's off limits. Authorized A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid, an MS. An outbreak? At least we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Sean, I don't want to go through this again. I'm tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation.
Look, we got that shipment. Although who knows what Faye expects me to do with it. But maybe approvals really are on the way. Now please, get back to Kai. Make sure his vitals are stable. I don't want to lose him. We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine. But if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore.
You and me both. This damn contract will be the death of me. Excuse me, but this... Checking up on us? What do you want? Of course you do. Because the third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose. Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive... Well, there's a level of brain activity that keeps us hopeful. Our contract also specifies we've given Infinity the benefit of the doubt up. Now, anything? Oh yes, refine Rothosite? As if I have the proper tools here to create. I was hoping that was a mistake. It's on the table. Anything else? Then we're all in a lot of... This means everything we've done here at the clinic... Let's just say I was blinded by my... I'm pretty sure my feelings in the past are why Infinity hired me. They knew I'd be desperate to regain the respect of my... Now that's a naive question. The clinic is either being paid to turn a blind eye, or... Good.
I have something I need to discuss with you. Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described, doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Unfortunately, no. Other than you and Barrett, there were no records of direct encounters with the artifacts. I have to admit, though, I did get more than a bit sidetracked reminiscing about old times. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Aja Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first. She absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation, and took me under her wing as her protege. Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend, while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could... Well, I don't expect you to be a... You see, it's clear that we share the same I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some... Was a pleasant change of scenery.
They always tell you this could happen, you just never believe it. Yeah?
Pressure normalizing.
Cause any trouble.
Nice to catch you in the office.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. Looks like it. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on...
So, what did you learn? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothosite. Were there any survivors? Our station on Carinae 3A and Consolidated Mining's contract were both confidential. We had no reason to believe they'd be under any threat. Of course, we had no reason to believe we had a Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. Our technicians are thorough. Your ship docking theirs, but on the off chance it was related to your assignment, they're... Dr. Lane. I believe Vina is familiar with his work, specializing in neurosurgery. Were you able to determine what he was doing at the clinic? The clinic serves all, but it can't be denied that they require credits to run. In most cases, the clinic is also the best choice for research. Not everyone has the resources to have decent medical facilities like us on site. Human trials? Without even completing his product? Oh, Lucas must be insane.
To hell with corporations and CEOs and profit margins. People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse. Ugh.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothosite secure, not long, according to her. I believe it's just a matter of Exactly. Without the... Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend.
If Vina offers you a job as a lab rat, you don't want it.
This deal could be huge. That is an absolutely gorgeous statue. The craftsmanship, it's unparalleled. I wonder if it was hand-carved.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Good. All right on time.
As always.
I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
I had a feeling Imogene wasn't responsible. That poor woman.
In due time, I'll be reaching. Yes. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree, for now, we lead everyone to...
Must that poor woman's name be continuously dragged through the mud? These nonsensical decisions need to stop.
Imogene is a resourceful woman. In fact, she probably sees this as a... My guess is she's lounging on a couch somewhere. I agree. But others may... Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring... We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity. So, before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. Then we'll have to find another way to... If I can't find hidden code on us, Ularu is limited in what she can hide here. Plus... I can't imagine a more satisfying ending. Now, let...
Why is she sitting over there? Oh, Jesus Christ.
We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Good. I can tell Vina is going to enjoy working with you. Vina will be waiting for you in the NeuroAmp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready.
So much work to do.
The news about Imogene is unsettling.
What are you doing up here, buddy? Alright. Moving up in the world.
Are you sure you're okay? You left pretty fast.
I'm fine. I really thought that formula would be the one, and it blew up in my face. Almost literally.
Was your first test run? Could have been worse.
Yeah, I just need a few minutes to sort myself out.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
For addressing.
The fact that the NeuroAmp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. The internal neuroamp is basically the next... It gives the user dominion over a less dominant target, meaning you can heavily... Technically, that remains... It's not legal, but those decisions will be left up to a... Oh yeah, it gives Ryuji... So, are you ready to get... Neurosurgery is my specialty. I perform... So I like to think that I'm wildly overqualified. Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, I'll be making a small incision in the back of your... The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards. Provided...
Did I not just say
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. There's little to no risk, assuming your brain is typical and you don't have any... First sign of trouble, we back out. Of course. We've got, what, 5 p...
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're...
Cursory scan of your vital
I'll worry
signs.
about you.
You are
Be
currently
safe.
alive.
All right? Let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
I am not permitted to
So, how are you feeling?
practices without human oversight.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is just a couple quick notes before using. First, you can only influence, and second, the effect is temporary. Now that's something to talk to the drone in. Now let's test this sucker out. Our preliminary testing was rigorous enough that the biggest unknown was finding the perfect compatible alloy for the implant. We've had the Please, we're not Infinity. But, just in case something does go... DeMarcus loves being hands-on, and it's probably why he's the second most published scientist here. Just head up the stairs near...
I couldn't ask for a better.
What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. Do I just wait here while he does it?
Probability involved.
On the other, I'm terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands. I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
He'll give you a 3-hour lecture of his own about why he disagrees.
Oh my god, that was incredible! What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. Yes! Good.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was... It's truly remarkable. Not at all. But I can imagine if we'll definitely be running some more tests in the future, though. Those are the kind of edge case. Obviously, tech like this. Maybe that's the. But if a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the action.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, it sounds like you have an assignment to complete.
Damn, where the hell did I put
Howdy.
Vina and Marcus.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Now that you've been outfitted with the we're sending you into... Lucas Drexler is about... All right. Yuko has... You have two options for this assignment. Option A, you gain entry through their... Option B, we give you an... Option A, you need to remain... Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity... Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll... That's your opportunity to make... Yes, the less people you need to enter... Now, depending on your preference, you'll either... From there, you have... First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and... And third, you need to obtain...
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope...
You'll only have free range on the marketing floor. Infinity may be cheap, but they know at least... Any mercenary or disgruntled worker can go shoot 'em. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on...
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their we only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything. Anyone who comes forward to defend Lucas would be prosecuted. They all know couriers. As for Lucas himself, if he wants to speak up and add corporate theft to his laundry list of...
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain...
If the media were to draw their own conclusions, controlling the narrative...
Oh, let's just hope this program is...
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will... In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows... Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before, once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building... Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer. If the information Simon provided is accurate, it's a pretty convenient stop if you... I'm told security has masks to handle the situation. It's also possible they'll activate their building. You may run into a few automated turrets, so you'll still... My thoughts exact. We're also issuing you. It should help reduce their ability. These suits are typically reserved for the scene. And that's what we're hoping for.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, You're fine. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his... SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary. You and me both. So, any... Good luck, and be sure to...
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access. Don't screw this up.
I've got my eye on you.
Yeah. Don't wander into any restricted areas.
My company's future might be.
Do you have the program? With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials.
First Imogene, now Masako. Ularu keeps using people as rungs on the way up the ladder. Any one of us could be next.
I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need.
Good. Then let's nail Ularu.
There's no doubt. Should you have even noticed the upload, the program itself is... This evidence is indisputable. To deny it would be to admit involvement. And then we'd have a much larger problem on our hands. Just remain without that falsified evidence. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting Esset. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
Let's do it.
Let's pop into Outland while we're here, and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal. Can I help? Sure, whatever you need.